Hey, welcome to the Patio. I am T. And look, Morgan Wallen let the liquor talk, but his folks say that might not be the case. Hey, you be the judge. We got some stories about Joe Biden. We got some stories about Tucker Carlson. We got some stories about stories. We got stories about everything. But most importantly tonight, who's in studio? Father Fortenberry, how are you this fine evening?
I am doing well. I'm doing well. We have an embedded reporter at the West Memphis School Board meeting right now.
That's going on as we record.
As we speak.
So we'll bring you updates.
So if you see me looking down, that means I'm getting
We're going to let
info.
you give an update here in just a minute. So catch up on it. That way you can, instead of reading to us, you can just talk to us. Gary, how are you this fine evening?
I am feeling dandy. Feeling real dandy today.
You look like a dandy.
A dandelion? Look at him. He looks kind of like a grizzly lion.
Like a dandelion.
Did y'all see the video of the woman that saw loin chops and she thought they were lion chops?
You told
Lion
me about
chops.
Did I?
Marty
She
Marr.
was upset.
Marty Marr's in studio tonight. How are you, Marty Marr?
I'm doing good today.
He's doing fantastic, y'all. And welcome to the Patio. Look, let's jump right in. Local news. Well, first, do this. We got a lot of people watch us on TikTok. We got a lot of people. We had our biggest TikTok day ever. We're probably like 15,000 by the time. Go find us on TikTok. It's Live from the Patio. Check us out on YouTube. We had one of our best days ever with this last recording. But one thing y'all didn't do is go subscribe. We need y'all to subscribe to our channel. Yes. If we get enough subscribers, we'll go live like all over the place. Y'all will see so much Live from the Patio. You'll be sick of us. But go back out, subscribe. If you're on TV, hit the little back button down in the corner. You can hit subscribe. If you're on your phone, you should know how to do this by now, although some of y'all might not. If not, send us a message, call us. You probably got our numbers, text us. We'll tell you how to subscribe. Subscribe to us. But Fortenberry, give us an update from the West Memphis School Board.
All right, so my wife is a embedded reporter. We have her stationed at the meeting. So
just to update to everybody that's not from this area.
Yeah.
The West Memphis school superintendent was abruptly fired on
after
last week.
5 months on the job, 7 months on the job.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. He didn't finish his
Yeah,
first year.
it was.
I didn't even realize that.
Yeah,
Richard
No, he was
Atwell.
still in his first year.
They paid him a lot of money for a school district that doesn't have money to not work there anymore.
Yeah,
So
they're paying him not to work.
Hey,
to
y'all
work.
can pay me not to do this anymore if you want.
So what we're looking at,
yeah.
basically, they had a special school board meeting to discuss the firing. There's a lot of upset parents. There's a lot of upset teachers. The community is divided over this. So they had a meeting today, special meeting. My wife, at first they didn't think they was going to be able to get in. So she got in, and apparently the lawyers were discussing the contract. So there's some issues with the contract when the termination agreement. Don't know what that is yet. We haven't heard. Secondly, several people stood up and apparently just started ripping into the school board. They told them they're out of order. So we've moved into, they made everybody leave the school board meeting so they can discuss hiring and firing of new faculty. So why parents can't be there for that, I don't know.
I'm sure it'll be in the minutes. I mean, these are public hearings, public meetings. These people are in the
theoretically,
limelight.
but apparently the word is that he got fired without the entire school board voting on it anyway.
Yep, that is the rumor.
So
Rumors are like assumptions
look,
in a lot of ways.
go to Facebook. It'll keep you posted quicker than we will. I'm sure there's half of West Memphis talking about it.
I know what the other half's talking about Morgan Wallen, and he's still in the news because right after he heard us talking about him, he canceled all of his shows for the week.
Oh, geez, because
I don't know if he felt guilty or just felt
the
like
impact of us did it.
Yeah,
was-
it did.
it
He
was our
rescheduled
impact.
them for the fall. But one thing we mentioned that was really making its way around the book was about how he was too drunk to perform. Well, his camp came out, completely denied it. The security guard that made this statement, his company came out and said, we have no evidence to support this statement. I bet that kid's looking for a job right now, personally.
he probably is.
Yeah.
But why would he lie about that?
That's a random thing to lie about.
It is.
To get followers. No, I mean.
To get followers.
It's not like he stuck his badge up and said, "Hey, this is my name. Y'all follow me."
He said,
No, but.
"Are you searching random security guard on Facebook?"
yeah, his name's
Random security guard
Drunk Wallen. That's his.
that
That's
said Wallen was too drunk. I mean, that's what I
well,
searched
here's where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be skeptical of this whole thing. Okay, so if he was there trying to get better, then why didn't he come out and say, "Hey, I'm not being here"?
Exactly.
Why did you wait? If he was there
So-
and you're trying to get better so he could perform, then he could have been there to walk out to the stage and say, "Hey."
So the gripe a lot of people have is that they sit there for 3 or 4 hours
Yeah.
before And then when Hardy came off stage, it was an hour lead up to when Wallen was coming on stage, and they didn't announce till 5 minutes before Wallen go to stage. So you sit there through 3 different acts. Then you sit there for an hour with the stage empty.
Yes, knowing that good and well, your doctor said don't do this.
I got a question for you. It's an ethics question.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So let's say, for instance, you bought a ticket from an individual. So I bought a ticket from Gary. The ticket is face value $100. Yep. I bought it from Gary for $200. The show gets canceled. Should Gary give me back $200?
No.
There was actually a lot of this.
There was.
So we had a discussion. Me and the guy.
I don't think so either.
Me and the guy at work had a discussion. So
you assume the risk when you pay over face value. That's how I see it.
Yeah. So, but here's our discussion. So, like, if I sold you a ticket, I'd get the reimbursement and give you your money back.
I'm okay with that.
If I sold it to some random person, I'm sorry, I'm not. I'm keeping my money.
Yeah.
Somebody you don't know.
Yeah, somebody don't know. I mean.
Yeah, but what about,
it is shitty, but
it's real crappy. But that's
what if somebody bought it at the stadium from a scalper on the corner?
Well,
you know that dude was balling as soon as he heard it.
That dude was on.
That dude may have been on crutches when he sold you the ticket, but he's balling out, running flat out sprint when they come out and say the show's over.
You didn't know he wasn't going to show up.
No one knew.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, but like if it was on Facebook Marketplace, I'd be like,
what if it's? I mean, it's an outdoor concert. What if it was storming like hell during it?
Yeah.
I guess they would probably perform. I mean, as I do Memphis and May. But no, I had that same thought process. I was like, I'm not even sure. I'd probably ask. But if they said no, I'd probably like, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
I mean, that's their business. That's how they had to make money.
There's a lot of people. Them scalpers probably got their money back.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They probably bought it through a credit card and like, let me get my money back.
They probably blocked in 20 or 30 tickets and
Oh, yeah. No,
I was making bank.
Yeah, they'd make it
like one thing that I've heard several people say, and it's kind of struck me. I get the sentiment of what they're saying, but the response is, "This is the same thing George Jones did, the same thing that Hank did." But that was also 40 years ago.
There wasn't 40,000 people in the stadium, or 80,000, or how many thousand? People.
Now, this is 40 years ago. The industry has changed so much.
Now, if
he is sick, you're right. But if he. Yeah. Everybody's upset because he could either came out.
Well, I saw people.
He could have come out.
There was actually a lawsuit trying to get money back.
That's stupid. That's stupid. Yeah,
stupid.
But yeah,
I think they dropped it.
I see people a lot of people on TikTok saying, "Hey, I don't understand why people are burning their merchandise because of this." Well, and they're like, "That's just stupid." Well, no, it's not. It's their stuff. They do whatever they want with it.
I do what I want.
I do what I want.
But like a fine example is my daughter buying an $80 sweatshirt.
Yeah.
Did she burn it?
Did she burn it?
With the assumption that she's going to get to see him.
With the flag.
Would she have bought that sweatshirt if they had canceled the concert?
No, she wouldn't have.
Well, if she probably would have got a tour concert, but or a concert sweatshirt, but she probably would have wanted a Morgan Wallen sweatshirt.
Would she? I don't know.
I guarantee you I would have bought one.
Because I'll be quite honest with you, now that it has the tour dates on it, that's useless.
It is. It's a lie.
Because it's going to miss the next 4 or 5 dates.
Just going to have a...
No, they're rescheduled. You got to take a white mark.
No,
Sharpie, and you got to write September.
Someone got to get one of those Magnum Sharpies now.
That's it. All right. Hey, look, TikTok, we got a lot of followers and a lot of views, but bipartisan Senate bill aims to keep kids under 13 off social media. What you think about that, Marty? Marty, I'm going to put you on the spot. What you think about that? Should kids under 13 be on social media?
No.
Okay.
Okay, that was. I like the explanation. It was good. I'll buy it.
It's the most thoughtful explanation we've heard of any of these.
Does
anybody disagree with this?
No, I don't. I mean, this is something that probably should have been in place a long time ago. But
social media is, I believe, one of the most dangerous things for our youth.
It is, because it shapes what kids think of themselves.
They view success as to how many followers they get or look.
It's addictive too.
I'm gonna tell you what, if y'all know who
Bobby,
her whole story exemplifies what is wrong with humanity today. Where she got her start, how she's made her fortune. You know, they took her to Oxford to present or to speak in front of graduating seniors from I think it was business school at Oxford.
She probably had an English accent too.
No.
I probably would have. You know, this is a bad habit I have. This is a bad habit I have. I talk in the accent of the people I'm talking to. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I offend you. It's just a bad habit I have. My son makes fun of me for it. But yeah, I mean, social media can have its benefits to keep up with your long lost friends or to see the new boat that Gary bought.
I'll tell you right now. So, and me and Gary are what they call Zennials.
Zennials.
And y'all are Gen X, right?
Hold on. I've never heard of Zennial.
Well, it's old millennials.
Old millennials. Yeah, I'm a millennial, but I'm an old one.
Yeah,
You made that up.
No, it's millennials that are born in the early 80s.
Yes.
Because there's such a huge difference between.
So they're the generation between millennials and Gen X. Okay.
Yeah.
But so like we're the kids that grew up with the street lights coming on. You go home.
Yep.
But we also grew up, or especially me and Gary, we were still teenagers in the age of internet.
AOL.
AOL
online.
Yeah, I mean, so we're the transition group that came from latchkey kids to internet.
But there, to me, anyway, because I've always been a computer kid guy. Even when I was young, when they were just like antique type computers. But when the smartphone came out, that was a big shift in internet.
Absolutely, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Completely. And I remember that you guys probably don't remember the first days of Facebook. Do y'all remember the first days?
Yeah.
Of Facebook?
Yes.
You would throw a cow at somebody, or you'd poke somebody, or
Because you also had to be on was that MySpace or Facebook that you had to be in the college?
Facebook. So that's what I was going to
Yeah.
say. I was in college taking a journalism class because I needed an elective, so I took it. And in order, like part of the class, I had to join Facebook. I had to.
Yeah, but you had to be enrolled in college to.
So
Yeah.
you know there's a lawsuit that you're eligible for some money on Facebook.
Oh, I am because they forced me to join.
No, it has something to do with them sharing our data.
Yeah.
We're like old school Facebook people. We got till August to sign up for it. So y'all go out and check this out. We'll try to
Okay.
put a link somewhere on the website if I can remember.
You know, the more people that sign up, the less money we get, right?
Okay, look, the only people eligible are me and Gary and Jamie and Marty. So the rest of you and DW. DW's out of town. I was told not to say how long or where. So, but he'll be back maybe as early as next week. We're trying to figure out how to get him on the remotely. But yeah, so social media bad for kids, I think personally.
I think it's bad for
I was
adults.
gonna say I'm not sure it's good for adults either.
I think it's terrible.
But I'm
for all
wondering.
of us.
I'm wondering though, are a lot of these adults, the younger adults, the ones that have had the internet their entire life, is it more of an issue for them than it is us?
I think it's more of an issue who's had it their entire life than it is someone who can remember their being an adult without having it.
Because we socialize more than younger adults do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
I mean, it's not uncommon for kids to be online socializing rather than be out somewhere.
Yeah, I want to socialize with my friends in person. I don't want to really FaceTime anybody or do anything like that.
Speaking of Zennials, though, I've got a big announcement to make. This came out when most important things are announced the other night, overnight. Actually, following our recording, following our release. Wasn't it on Monday night? Are y'all ready for this? Joe Biden has announced his re-election bid.
Oh my gosh.
4 more years. No, but he's hoping he lives 4 more years.
I'm hoping he
Did you guys? I
survives
wanted
this
to
term.
play it for people who hadn't heard it. Had you guys heard his release? It was almost like a TikTok video he put out about
It was
freedom.
Yeah.
It's about freedom. Personal freedom is fundamental to who we are as Americans. There's nothing more important, nothing more sacred. That's been the work of my first term, to fight for our democracy. He basically called MAGA Republicans evil. When he ran for president 4 years ago, I said we're in a battle for the soul of America, and we still are. Then I saw where Joey Behar and
Did she weep? She wept on TV.
she wept because this happened like right after Tucker Carlson got fired. So they had had the best week ever on the View. The View is maybe we're like the View. We're having our best week ever.
I bet they had to throw their seats out.
Don't you know? Oh my gosh, they were chanting and clapping with Tucker, and now Biden. But what she said was that, well, you can't fight fascism in 4 years. He needs at least 8 years to beat fascism.
at least 8. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I mean,
to fight Alzheimer's. Yeah.
So I don't think you beat on
America as we know it, unless we end up taking over both the House and Senate, will be destroyed within the next 4 years. I don't know if we're still around that long. It's the strangest damn thing. But no, he announced it, and during that, Jamie, and I may be mixing stories up, but he makes a statement.
I think you're gonna mix stories up, but that's okay.
I think it goes along with it.
Let's stick on him running for election just for a second.
And then I'll get into those.
So, has anybody else seen that the DNC has now decided they will do no primary debates?
But that's normal for an incumbent.
No,
it's not.
For an incumbent?
Yeah, incumbents don't go through that stuff. Typically, Trump didn't go up against challengers when he was the incumbent.
They had debates.
Not when he was the incumbent. They had
No,
debates.
when he was incumbent.
He had debates with Biden, but he didn't have debates against other Republicans didn't run against him.
He did when he was an incumbent.
Yep.
I agree with you on this one. So, but I heard that talking about no debates. I heard Trump's talking about not doing debates.
Yeah, and they're really criticizing him for it.
Yeah,
and I understand it, but our ex-governor came out and run for announced Asa Hutchinson announced he's running for president.
Oh, hell,
no Asa. I don't want Asa. No.
I didn't want him as our governor.
I didn't either. I'm so glad
I was kind of
Sarah's there.
surprised by that, but he's come out and running. And then there's other rumor that, and I think this is a great thing, and it's probably just rumor, but Trump's considering DeSantis as a VP pick. I'm not sure they get beat if DeSantis is a VP pick.
I think that's a smart move. It really is.
Don't I tell you who's going to be VP for Trump? You want me to call it right now?
Call it
Tucker Carlson.
Tucker Carlson. That's what I was about to say.
I'll tell you right now, I really want to hear Robert F. Kennedy speak. Some of the stuff I've heard from him is really good.
Is he running as a Democrat?
Yes, he's running as a Democrat.
Yes.
But he
Okay,
is.
but see, this is different then. So normally there's not a challenger to the incumbent.
Oh, there's several. Yeah,
And
they
there's
have
several
challenges.
this year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Newsom hadn't announced yet, but he's going to.
I heard Newsom will not announce if Biden's running again, is what I heard. That was
Newsom has to because this is his only shot.
And his lieutenant governor's already announced she's running for governor of California. She announced that today.
I'm telling you right now, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. really has some good things to say.
What's his platform? Let's look at it.
I mean, he's anti-war right off the get-go.
which is not the Democratic Party right now.
Correct. He's anti-big pharmaceutical.
Which is not the Democratic Party right now.
He reminds me of the old school Democrats,
Which used to be what a central, I would say.
yeah, used to it'd be minor details between the candidates.
Yeah.
He's 69, so he's got dude by what 20 years almost. Yeah.
I think it's 10, but yeah,
Hails from my math's not good from one of the country's most well-known political families. Okay,
we knew that.
he's announcing his long shot candidacy Wednesday.
Now it's not so much a long shot because I heard he got like 14% of the vote
Here's his
already.
platform: civil liberties, transparency in government, economic revitalization, and issues Kennedy says will unite America. That's already better than what we got in there.
I mean, I know for a fact there's going to be things about his platform I don't like.
Can he, though, with that platform, win the Democratic nomination?
No.
It's too far left, right? I mean,
No, he's too far right.
But the platform of the Democrats are
That's
too
why we
far
need
left.
ranked voting. That is why we need ranked voting.
Yeah, we do.
Marty, do you know what ranked voting is? Because I didn't until Jamie told me.
No.
Explain it to us again, Jamie, for those of you at home.
So,
Fortenberry's going to
so
speak.
basically the way ranked voting works is, let's say we got to the election and it was Trump and Biden, and then say Robert F. Kennedy Jr. was out there. So I could take my votes and I could vote Trump 1, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. 2. And if Trump didn't get a certain amount of the votes, actually it would work better to say it this way. So if I put Robert F. Kennedy Jr. 1, Trump 2,
Yeah.
if Robert F. Kennedy Jr. didn't get a certain amount of votes,
Then his
that vote would go to Trump. Since it gives you basically so you can vote for three parties without screwing up your vote.
So right now it works well for like independent parties.
I was gonna say I like to vote Libertarian. Like in the last governor election, I voted Libertarian. I didn't vote for Sanders.
Yeah.
And
Why did you not? She's awesome.
because I voted Libertarian.
Well, I vote for Sarah. She's got my heart.
I've got one major question, though, Jamie. Did you order the koozie?
Not yet. No, that's going to happen.
I thought about that.
I've been
while
busy.
ago.
I thought about it earlier. I've been busy today.
So talking about DeSantis, we talking about Trump a little bit, but something Biden did say. This is what I was getting into earlier. He made a comment. If I hadn't lost it already,
He said, "If you ain't vote for me, you ain't black."
no, that's
Oh,
his
yeah,
other
he
weird
said that a
one.
long time ago.
But this is a comment he said, and this is troubling to some. Okay,
I just had a mental image of him saying, "If you don't vote for me, you ain't trans."
That's true too.
that
I can hear him saying that.
He would say it, especially if it's on his card.
yeah, that's 100% correct.
No joke, Jack, or whatever he says.
Dogface. What is it? Dogface
Dogface
Pony
Pony
Boy.
Show.
Pony Boy.
Pony boy.
Pony Boy.
That
Pony
Show.
boy.
And what was the dude with the chain?
Gosh damn it!
Ginger makes fun of us because we can't remember shit. She
I
says
know,
y'all are like old men. And
I know we are old men. But he grabbed Rusty Chains and
Yeah.
Pop
Tart. No.
Pop Tart.
corn pop.
Corn Pop. That was it.
I like corn pop.
But here's what he said. Our nation's children are all our children. They're not just your children. They're all our children. So this is basically that the state is responsible for raising your kids.
No, they're
You're
not. No, they're not.
This is the same thing Hillary Clinton said, though. I mean, it's no different. It takes a village.
It takes a village. No, you learn
No.
things from your village, but they don't raise your child.
She also said, "I ain't never got tired."
Did she say that?
Yeah, she did. In a very poor Southern accent, even though she theoretically lived in Arkansas for a long time.
But no. I mean, look, my children are not for Biden a sniff. End of story. Leave it at that.
So does the government come home and tuck your kids to bed at night?
Look, they can pay for the health insurance, the bare minimum.
Oh, so you're for health insurance for all, free health insurance.
is that
I
what
am
you're
for
for?
free health. I am for free health insurance.
You're for government subsidized or whatever.
I am, but we should have to raise taxes for it, so we're sending billions of dollars to Ukraine and everywhere else.
You know,
That's our free health care.
Hey, let's talk about the government. You know, the government doesn't
Just
really do.
say
Go for it.
government.
Go-
There's a
the
B in it.
government.
There's a B in
The
it.
governor, the government. They don't do anything for you. You actually do everything
No,
for yourself because the government don't make no money.
No, they do not produce money.
They take our money with
But
taxation without representation.
I don't hate against whatever you're gonna call it, healthcare, but I mean, there's no reason for taxes to raise. We spend money everywhere else.
Yeah.
If we balanced our budget, we would have healthcare for the entire country.
Didn't McCarthy get the budget?
No,
Passed or
I
whatever?
don't mean that.
No, I
mean,
think
quit
they were trying
overspending.
to.
Okay.
And actually, they came out and said that it would save the country like $4 trillion or something. Their budget. Okay, so let's talk about equality, right? Everything's about equality. DEI. They're talking about ESG. All of these terms. Schools are scrapping homework and deadlines in a shift to equitable grading. What in the hell does that even mean?
I like ditching homework. I'm not sure what the rest of it means.
Yeah.
So students and teachers say the new system has created a culture of apathy. Teachers across the U.S. are introducing sweeping changes to how their classrooms are governed in a bid to make education more equitable. Under the new learning formats, homework and deadlines will be relics of the past as educators move toward ways to measure what a student knows at the end of a term rather than grading throughout the entire term. So basically, you'll take the ACT Aspire, I guess, and
So
that's
what
why I'll
happens?
tell you what you know.
So what happens if they don't know anything? There's no child left behind.
Basically, what it boils down to is schools lose funding.
We're giving children the hope and the opportunity to learn right up until the class is officially over. But what that means is there's no you can't judge by, you're judging a person solely by one result and not the entirety of the work of art per se, or the entirety of their activities. So it says that it doesn't matter if you piss off for 9 weeks as long as you studied the night before the test. I mean, really, that's what it says.
That's what I used to do that all the time.
Yeah, actually, I did too.
But I mean, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I did too. I was just thinking, I was like, okay, that's how I made it through college.
If you know the criteria, does it matter how you know it?
No, it doesn't. But I just don't see. I
So-
agree. I agree with you. No homework because that.
Actually, I agree too.
That doesn't
They had to
accomplish
teach you in
anything.
school.
Marty, I know it's been a long time since your son had homework, but he's thinking.
Hold on.
How often did anyone learn doing homework?
Damn, that's like crickets.
Yeah, I learned my stepdad could whoop my ass for not doing it.
That's about it.
That's what I learned.
But you don't learn anything. You're not getting taught anything. They're making you do something.
No, I see no need. If we can't do it in school hours, there's no reason to take it home
I agree.
Especially with all the extracurricular activities we ask from kids these days.
Now, I do understand projects, okay? Because that does teach
that's
you
different.
That's
but
different.
you also have weeks or months to do projects.
You do. And you can do that within school hours, especially if it's study hall or
and I
something.
know this is not an excuse, but like yesterday after work, Mac has one-on-one baseball practice at 4:30.
Yeah.
Millie has dance at 5:30.
Uh-huh.
Mac has a baseball game at 6 o'clock. Millie has a t-ball game at 7 o'clock. I mean, and now it's a choice we made, but kids all across America we beg kids to be athletic, go out and do stuff, do extracurricular, and then we also
That's why we shouldn't have homework, because it makes kids fat.
Look, I did too much homework.
James,
I did too much homework.
Speaking of fat, I was going with another story, but I'll use this as a lead into my other story if I can find where I put it. Dang it. Where is my other story? Come on. Did you know that wanting to be skinny, where's it at? Dang it. I do this all the time. I lost it. I got to find my story.
Oh no.
I got to find my weird story. This is a good one.
cheese soup.
You like cheese soup?
Cheese soup.
soup.
Cheese soup. Cheese soup.
Completely random. What's your favorite soup?
I like chicken tortilla soup.
Really?
I do.
I do like that. Marty Moore, what's your
I
favorite
guess I
soup?
lost my
Vegetable
story.
soup.
Vegetable.
Just like good old school vegetable soup.
Yep.
I like meat in my vegetable soup.
Maybe I dreamt of this.
I think I
story.
like potato soup. That might be my favorite.
I like loaded potato
Oh, no.
soup.
well, I
There it
mean,
is. I didn't
It's
have
the
to
same
touch it.
thing.
I mean, I'm planning on being loaded.
Get loaded with some cheese.
So
some bacon.
NPR guest and author of a book, Fat Talk, claims that people's desire to be slim stems from the end of slavery as Americans sought other ways to demonize black and brown bodies.
I don't understand this. So
We're
you can be a certain weight based on your race?
No,
Were black
they said
people-
Journalist Virginia Soleil Smith appeared on the show on Tuesday to discuss her new book, Fat Talk: Parenting in the Age of Diet Culture, which includes the theory that fat phobia can be traced back to the end of slavery. Her argument is that when slavery was abolished and African Americans started gaining rights, white supremacists sought to maintain old inequalities by demonizing black bodies and glamorizing thinness. So she's implying that black people were fat and that white people were skinny. That's what she's implying.
First of all, I'm going to tell you two things. First of all, I highly doubt a man working in the field
I agree.
would look like me. This
Yeah,
dude is probably
no, there's
real.
no way.
Oh, yeah.
But secondly,
Yeah.
that's a complete utter lie, because leading up until the 70s, heavier people, look at Marilyn Monroe.
She
Yeah,
wasn't heavy by the
she
day.
wasn't-
No,
but
but I mean, she was not real
She
thin.
was not thin. She wasn't like a model of these
the
days.
Barbie idea is a modern. That's
Yeah.
a modern idea.
I'm dying here. I didn't read this earlier. All right, so she identifies as small fat herself.
Small. What's small fat?
I identify as extra fat. Okay, I identify as supersized. She identifies as small fat herself and
Good, somebody give her
advocated
small
making
fat.
the term neutral as opposed to derogatory.
What it's
Look, Rizzo the other night had a concert in Memphis. I saw videos. Now she is not small fat. That woman like me, she extra fat.
Look, if
And-
I become
but
a
look,
rapper,
her show looked amazing. Like
if I
pictures
become a
seen.
rapper, my name's gonna be Small Fat.
Small fat. We could look. I'm gonna change your name on the show to Small Fat Fortenberry. Small fat.
Oh, Small Fat.
which is the opposite of Biggie Smalls.
She said, "There's another piece entitled "The White Supremacist Origins of Exercise." That's it. I ain't exercising no damn more. I ain't supporting you white supremacist beliefs about my weight gain. The white supremacist origins of exercise.
You know,
Put
this-
forward. Hold on, let me read this.
Okay,
Put
go.
forward the idea that exercise was a pastime started in the early 1900s by white Americans who sought to strengthen their race amid increasing immigration and the abolition of slavery.
Now I will say this: working out is really a upper middle class type thing. I mean, because you got to have
You gotta have time to do it for one.
you got the time, the place. I mean,
Look, when people were poor and broke down, they couldn't. They were skinny because they couldn't eat. They didn't
Yeah,
have money to eat.
exactly.
They mud pies.
And you know what? Honestly, I blame the marketplace for making me fat too.
Because
Because
chicken?
because
Fried chicken. I love some fried chicken.
go in the marketplace, try to eat healthy compared to eat fattening stuff, pre-prepared.
I told you what I paid for a damn Subway bowl.
Yes, Subway
my
bowl.
God.
I went to
got ripped to
where's
pieces.
the camera? I went to Subway.
This is small fat Fortenberry.
Small fat. I'm like Bubba Fat, but small fat. Not, but is it Bubba Fat? Is that the guy's name off Star Wars?
Bubba Fat.
Fat. I always thought
Since
it
you
was
were
fat.
at Subway, you
I
may
thought it
be.
was fat.
Boba
It's fat.
Fett. Boba
I
Fett.
get the. I'm the redneck version. I'm Bubba Fat.
We gotta get Jamie a Mandalorian helmet.
You're Bubba Fat Fortenberry. That's like a true redneck name now. That has to be. a
Look,
true
my brother
redneck
is going to
name.
hear this and roll in his grave.
Small fat Fortenberry. Bubba
Bubba-
Fat. This is small fat Fortenberry.
Look,
Do you? But what do you
42
identify?
just
You,
like-
you identify as Bubba Fat.
I'm 42 years old. I thought it was Bubba Fat.
It's not.
It's Boba Fett.
Bobo
Bobo
Fett.
Fett.
Bobo
Yeah, I knew that.
Fett.
I knew that.
I did. I thought it was Bubba Fat. I was like,
And I considered you
I
at
just
least
thought-
somewhat intelligent.
I just thought it was some dude running around out in coveralls or something, or overalls.
That's
Old Bubba Fat over here.
You thought it was. Who's the big fat Jabba the Hutt's little brother, Bubba Fat?
Wes,
Jabba.
I'm sorry. I let you down.
See, you lost your train of thought. You don't even know what,
I
oh no,
did.
you're gonna tell us about Subway and the $92
yeah.
bowl that you got.
Yeah, so I went to Subway because I'm trying to cut back a little bit over here, and I went and got the protein bowl at Subway. I got a turkey California protein bowl.
Yep. It didn't even.
Oh,
double
didn't even
the-
get bread.
No,
bread.
I got a bowl,
Yep.
and
You just had to add the guacamole stuff.
well, it
didn't
comes with
It comes with avocado.
So I walk up, I say, and I always get a bottle drink. I don't get a fountain drink, I get a bottle drink. And young lady behind the counter said, that'd be 21 and some change. And I said, no, ma'am, I just got the bowl. I didn't get no sandwiches.
It'd been cheaper if you put bread on it.
So this lady looks at me like I'm stupid and points to the menu and says, no, just the sub, $17. I was like, holy shit.
God.
You should say. You mean tell me this Coke is $3, the soda's $3? I got. You should say, can I get some cookies?
But for real,
I should get a happy ending at that price.
go in there and try to buy some protein, buy a steak or something like that, as opposed to a Totino's pizza, which is $1.25.
Oh, it is. Well, yeah, I don't disagree with that. Healthy food is more expensive
It is. Why is that?
Because Bubba Fat.
because processed food.
It's because the government's trying to keep us fat.
Oh,
They put.
I need a
additives.
What's a Mandalorian?
All
hat
these
look like?
additives, all these preservatives, preserving my fat.
I gotta Google a Mandalorian hat. I need one.
A Mandalorian.
oh.
Is that Bubba Fat?
The meeting is starting back.
Oh, the
we breaking news. I need a breaking news.
Breaking
Breaking
news.
news: the meeting, the West Memphis School Board meeting is back. Our reporter's back on scene.
What'd she guys say?
She's in there fist fighting, folks. Right? I told her, I said, do not cause a scene.
Do not. Well, that's hard to do.
Did she have an update, or are we ready for
No,
another story?
that was the update. That was
That was
7:04.
update. Okay.
That they're back inside the building.
A woman gets 21 years for trying to kill her doppelganger with a poison cheesecake. So a Russian woman living in New York City was sentenced to 21 years in jail for poisoning her similar-looking friend with sedative-laced cheesecake, then stealing her identification and other valuables.
So
this woman basically, you know how people steal your identity? She really tried to steal this woman's identity.
she did, and I'm assuming it was a New York cheesecake too.
Most likely.
She would have got me because I love cheesecake.
Oh, especially if it had the cherry topping on it. I love cherry topping.
Marty would be sitting there eating, knowing his poison, and said, "Damn you!"
It's good.
It's so good.
Can I get some extra strawberries?
All right, we got some odd news to start to talk about here. Okay, we got, and this is one that Gary pointed out to us, but in a German court, naked landlord doesn't justify lower rent. A German court said Wednesday that a landlord sunbathing naked in the courtyard of his building wasn't a reason for his tenants to reduce their rental payments.
You should pay extra for that type of service.
Depends on the landlord.
I mean, if they're a hot landlord, or was it a guy or a girl? It doesn't matter. I mean, they're probably hot
No,
guys.
it matters.
I mean, for you it does.
It matters to me. It might not matter to you, Gary. I think we have just learned something about our buddy.
Yeah, actually, it doesn't necessarily say, but yeah.
I mean, a landlord can be a guy or girl. It's okay.
But would that be a landlady?
No, a lady can be a lord. Look, there's a lord that sings those songs.
What?
Oh God!
What are you talking about?
We got.
I know what song.
My bad. It wasn't a female. It was a guy. It was Randy Marsh.
Okay.
Randy Marsh was lord.
If I were
He
to,
was Lord.
if I was to use the term the champagne of beers, what does that mean to you?
Oh, it's Highlight or
That's
Miller.
Coors.
Fancy champagne.
See, I don't
Coors
even know.
Banquet, right?
No, Miller Life.
Miller High Life is the champagne of beers.
Crystal.
Oh, Miller High Life. That's right.
Dude, me and my coach, let me tell you the story. Me and my coach used to go, was on the road, and we go by, I don't know what you call it, a flat. It was a case
Yeah,
of those
case.
little pony kegs.
Suitcase.
It's just,
Oh,
it
the
comes in
little-
cardboard.
Yeah.
The 8 ounce or 7 ounce,
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah. Dude, you
8
stick
packs.
them in the freezer. No, we buy them like 48 at a time. And you stick
This
them in the
is,
freezer.
this is Jamie and Mike Cole we're talking about.
Yeah, you stick them in the freezer, though, and the object is left sitting there about 30 minutes. And you crack them, and you try to drink them before they turn to ice.
Oh.
Oh, well, we got trash.
That sounds like a game. So the champagne of beers, Miller High Life, the Guardians of Champagne, this is in Brussels, Belgium, will let no one take the name of the bubbly beverage in vain, and they destroyed 2 million cans of Miller High Life in Belgium. They just destroyed it because of the term, the champagne of beer.
I doubt Miller cares. They probably bought them to get them. I mean,
Oh, they had to.
so,
Yeah,
I
so I'm
mean,
like, okay.
that's like people that destroy Bud Light going to
Yeah.
buy it and destroying it.
Oh, I'm gonna go buy this. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I wish they called me. I'd destroyed them for them.
Yeah. I wouldn't have bought it, but
I'd have crushed them.
Yeah, as long as I ain't got to buy them.
Nobody's
shooting up.
crushing Bud Light, let me tell you. So right now, Coors Light, Miller Light sales spike.
Yep.
Up, let me see. I think it was 30% or something like that. It's like huge. No, 17%.
17%
Combined, is that-
each. No, each of them.
Each.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bud Light went down like 30-something
Oh,
percent.
they saw
Well,
an
they'd have
eight-
to. The math of that.
hold on.
Yeah.
They saw an 18% spike in their sales each, following Bud Light 17%. So given market share, that's probably equal.
Yeah.
After Dylan Mulvaney. And look, I saw, we talked about the night at the concert there that there wasn't Bud Light, but I saw a picture of a Bud Light stand that nobody was buying beer at
Well, yeah.
at the concert.
Well, that makes sense.
It makes a
I'm
lot
tell you
of
that
sense.
I have not had a. Now, not even Bud Light. I have not drank nothing but local beers.
Either have I, and I haven't been drinking.
No, I take that
local
back.
stuff.
I did get a case of Yingling about 3 weeks
Yeah,
ago.
I got some Yingling.
But Yingling came out and did their own. Did you hear about their own little commercial?
Yeah.
They came out and said essentially,
yeah.
"This is America."
Yeah, but we hit this campaign a little bit earlier. Buy local. If you have a good local brewery around you, we're lucky where we're at.
We got a few cool videos we're going to put out about this if we ever get time to make them.
Yeah, but,
if it's not too late.
Buy local. I mean, we have Lost 40, we have Diamond Bear, we have Ghost River, we have
That's just in Arkansas.
Yeah,
not even
what-
mention what we have. in
Wiseacre.
Tennessee.
Wiseacre, Ghost
Wiseacre.
River, Memphis Made. We have some.
Beale Street Brewery.
We're in a good spot for beers,
Yep.
and they all sell them at the stores.
Yes, they do. Tucker Carlson's out. We talked about they were clapping on The View. They were quite giddy about that. But he hasn't really said much. He was apparently in Florida having dinner with his wife. Looked like they were at the Villages. They were cruising around on a golf cart. But he looked very happy, so he probably got quite the settlement as well to
I'm
leave.
sure.
But they really believe. So Rupert Murdoch's 92 years old. They think his children will eventually sell Fox News, and they wanted to get rid of Tucker before they sold it. They thought they'd have trouble selling it.
I heard a rumor that they're also want to get rid of Tucker because Tucker was becoming the face of Fox News.
I saw that one too. I don't disagree with that.
He's too big.
He was too big.
I couldn't name you another reporter they had or another.
Hannity.
Is Handy still on Fox?
Yeah.
Yeah,
See,
Jesse Waters,
Jesse,
Laura
I
Ingraham.
don't like Jesse Waters.
so that goes to show that's the only person I knew that was still there.
The
Was
five, the number. You know what the number one?
Ingraham.
Ingraham. The number one show, late night show at 10 o'clock, is actually on Fox News. He's beating out all of the normal stuff. It's Gutfeld, Greg Gutfeld.
I was about to say Godfrey. But
So
it's
let me tell you
Gutfeld,
the rumor I heard about was he was let go because having Robert Kennedy Jr. on there, they was discussing anti-pharmaceuticals and stuff, which pharmaceuticals make up 70% of the avenue or revenue for these news networks.
Huh. I mean,
Well, he's been against-
They probably do a lot of the advertising. I'm
But
sure.
he's been against big pharmaceuticals for a long time.
Have you guys been following what's going on in Florida? It's like going on in Florida, but DeSantis and Disney, the whole Disney thing.
Oh, yeah, I saw
There's a whole
Disney
lot of
stuff.
stuff about Disney.
No.
But the parent company of Disney, which owns ESPN, they are slashing jobs. Like Disney itself is supposed to lay off 6,000 or something like that. ESPN just laid out a big layoff today, and they're getting ready to start cutting talent. So just a heads up, whoever you like on ESPN's may not be around much longer.
Well, they ain't been around since 5 years for me. But.
So what do we learn from this? And it's not just like
Go woke, go broke.
Go woke, go broke. I don't think it's that. I think it's more of stop getting political, guys. We pay for these corporations
That's exactly
to be
right.
not. I want to get.
We don't want our beer political. That's a great point, Gary.
Yeah,
Great point,
I
Gary.
always make great points, but y'all just sometimes notice that I do. But yeah, it's all about getting political. I don't care if you're right or left. I go to ESPN because I want to watch sports. I want to get away from my daily routine. I want to not stress about something. I want to go to Disney with my kids and let them have fun and not worry about you shoving down something down my throat. I just want to have fun. I want to see.
Don't go to Pride Month.
I mean, I might get.
Or a drag parade in Florida.
Yeah.
Vampire. Y'all know what a vampire straw is? I guess that could be associated with Pride Month too. But an airline passenger was arrested in Boston carrying a self-defense weapon known as a vampire straw. That's a self-defense weapon?
I have a story similar to this. But go ahead.
About
How do you have a vampire straw?
I'll tell you a little bit, but go ahead, dude. Tell me the story.
That's
Okay.
more interesting than the actual story right now.
Nair, a guy by the name of Nair, 26, Chicago, posted bail and is scheduled to be arraigned May the 30th in East Boston. The items are not allowed in passenger carry-ons. It's this long metal straw
Where I guess you suck blood out of
that looks like you'd poke it in somebody's neck to let all their blood out.
Like the ones that they sell now because you can't have a plastic straw.
Oh, I guess that's
Like,
true.
Yeti
All right,
has
so
them.
tell us this story.
Oh, my
about a
story.
Vampire
So
straw.
no, I called it my mosquito straw.
Because it sucks blood?
sucks.
No, so what I did, this been years ago, I was on Bill Street. I took like 8 straws and stuck them all together, and I run up behind people and stick my straw in their drinks while they're talking to somebody else and drink.
Just random people?
Just random.
Oh, people would kill you today over that.
Especially
Yeah.
if like,
Like, these
That's
people
pretty
drinking-
awesome, actually.
These people drinking divers, I just like
Yeah.
they're talking to other people. I just like slip it in their drink. Just,
well, a diver is pretty easy to sneak into because it's a bucket.
okay, let me ask you this: Is it okay for men to share divers?
Yeah.
I think so too. I was told that was gay. But
And you can drink it out of a straw too.
Well, then call me gay because I'll share a diver with anybody.
I sure will.
So Chat GPT, another one of our favorite stories. We've actually avoided most of the trend stuff today, and we're going to try to. Chat
just said
GPT
it.
has to. This is from the Daily Mail. They went and asked Chat GPT, what's a stereotype for each state? We won't hit on all of them, but any guesses on Arkansas?
Meth.
No.
no, I'm gonna say redneck,
Hillbillies. So pretty close. What about Mississippi? Any guesses?
Meth.
trailer park,
Uneducated. Louisiana.
Gators,
Uh,
Cajuns.
I don't know, but Tennessee's probably gangsters.
They're backwards. It's
can't speak straight.
party animals in Louisiana.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, it kind of does.
Just in one city. I mean, they act like
Well, they're known for it. Let's see. These aren't really very interesting, but
you brought it up.
Yeah.
Florida,
The Florida man.
crazy.
Yeah, I think so. I said the same thing.
Yep. Colorado,
Colorado.
Getting high.
drug users. That was it.
Woo, look at me.
Yeah. Let's see. Ohio, one of Gary's favorite. places.
Buckeyes.
Down to earth. I don't know where that comes from.
Because the Buckeyes fall to the earth.
Doesn't everything fall to the earth?
All right, that's not very.
Not if it comes from the ground, it doesn't.
Well, look, we've told you about
Touche.
a lot of stuff tonight. We've talked to you. It's going to be on Thursday, so today we've told you about a lot of stuff going on in the news. I probably missed a couple things I wanted to tell you about, but I think I've hit the wall today, folks. I've hit the wall. Y'all got anything else y'all want to talk about?
No, but Bubba Fat's done.
Bubba Fat. How about some parting words? We're going to start with Marty. Marty gets to go first with the parting
Imagine
words.
that. I just hope I can see tomorrow because this light's so damn bright.
You're supposed to wear your shades. You didn't bring your
Ah,
shades.
no.
Where your shades at?
I got them, but
Gary, what's your parting word?
Everybody, let's watch Morgan Wallen and see what comes out with next.
I thought you hated Morgan Wallen.
No, we're gonna watch what it comes out with.
Bubba Fat Fortenberry. Small Fat Fortenberry.
Bubba Fat.
Bubba Fat.
Drink local. Find your local beer. Drink them.
Hey, go out, like us, go follow us. We're the best you got in Crittenden County. I guarantee that. I love y'all of y'all.
No doubt.
Living in the clouds and I ain't gonna fall. Somebody done saved this.
Outlaw.